Hi everybody, my name's Allison. Welcome to my channel, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Today I'm going to do a general reading for the sign of Taurus. I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, look at any guidance and advice from Spirit, and also look at any opportunities or challenges that you have coming in and how you can use that to your advantage. So this is good for all placements of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. All right, just a quick announcement. If you haven't seen it, I have a new segment on my channel called The Daily. That's a short and sweet segment where I just pull the energy of the cards each day. So check it out if that's something you're interested in. And hit the notification bell. That way you get the notice when it comes in. Because I know some people are like, I didn't know you were doing that. Well, you got to hit the notification bell. The other thing is I do have a birthday special extended. So my birthday was September 8th. You guys know I'm a Virgo. And so it was until September 30th, but so many people, when I was reading for them, said that they wanted to book another service, and other people said that they missed out on it. I've extended it. So now it's going to be until October 14th. So if that's something you're interested in, please go ahead and take advantage of that. All right. And it's unlimited. So if you want to try messages from your loved ones where I use my mediumship, a tarot session, maybe you want to learn how to raise your vibration, go ahead and try different things. There really is no limit. It's there for you. That's why it's there. All right. So I've cleansed, shuffled, and I've meditated. I've asked for the strongest energy to come through in the cards for Taurus. And I always ask for your best and highest good. So let's see what the universe wants to tell Taurus today. Oh my God. First card out, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I love it. Let's get the rest of them. Seven of Wands, the 10 of Wands. We have the Chariot. We have the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Swords for your opportunity, the 4 of Swords for your challenge. Oh my God, it's you. It's Taurus. It's the Hierophant. Oh my God, I love this for you. All right, so let's take a look around the room really quick. All right, so we have two major arcanas here. We have the Hierophant, you. It's in the challenge position though. Don't be worried, it's just in the challenge position. And then we have the Chariot, which is in your guidance and advice from Spirit. So we've got the major arcana. That's that big sweeping energy that takes place over months or years. And then the minor arcana are going to be that supportive energy that help you get there. And that's your day-to-day activities and routines. And so when I'm looking around the room, I do see the one ace, which is the first card that was pulled. Oh my God, I love this. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Earth, this 3D realm, first card out. And all aces are gifts and blessings from the universe and new beginnings. And that's how Taurus is starting. And then you end with yourself. I just want to make sure I say that. I need my fan on. You guys know I'm in Florida. Okay, so here we go. Let's look around the room. We have Swords, Pentacles, Wands. I just want to double check. We're missing Cups. So Cups, that's going to be love, your emotions, your intuition, and your connection to source. That's that water energy. So that's the one that we're missing. We'll probably get clarifiers, of course, that have Cups, but as the main cards, not here. All right, so let's go ahead and start with your overall energy, and then I'll get clarifiers as we go. First card out, your recent past, is the Ace of Pentacles. Your present energy is the 7 of Wands, and then your near future energy is the 10 of Wands. So this reading, right off the bat, it's really talking about your energy. Right off the bat, I mean your literal energy. This is going to be your motivation, your will, your determination. So let's go ahead and get into it, though, with your recent past. This Ace of Pentacles, again, it's a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning in the earthly realm. What's the earthly realm? It's the 3D world that we live in. Relationships, whether it's going to be friendships, romantic relationships, our partners, our pets, co-workers, stranger interaction. It's also going to be work, your career. It's going to be your retirement, finances, health. We're looking at your housing situation and also location, maybe relocation, your education. Did I say health and finances? So we're looking at everything in the 3D, and those are just basic examples. Think of everything, right? That's what this card represents, but new beginnings. So maybe a new opportunity that's going to present itself to you in those arenas. Even if you're already with a romantic partner, maybe it's an opportunity for you to, excuse me, deepen that connection. Hold on. Sorry, something flew into my throat. That was weird. So it could be that all of a sudden, maybe in that relationship, you want to be more present because maybe there's a stagnation, or, you know, people have their own lives, and whatever the situation is, now you're really able to be present in the moment and deepen that connection. Maybe have a date night that's very well needed, that kind of energy, maybe even a vacation. So that is this golden opportunity. Maybe it's a financial investment. Maybe it's retirement. That is up to you. This is a general reading, but it is a new beginning. Then we have your present energy, which is going to be the Seven of Wands. This is you standing your ground. This is you defending a position that you want. So maybe you have a desire, something that you're going for, or even if it's an idea, maybe you want to start your own business. You want to choose your major at school if you're a student, and maybe the people around you are not supportive. This is you standing your ground and not settling. This is you having done your research prior, and that's why you've already made it the right decision for you. This is not where you're like hemming and hawing, you're not sure. This is where you've done all the background on something and you've decided, you know what, this is truly what I want to do. And really you're making choices from the heart. But this is you taking action, standing your ground. Maybe you have to put up some boundaries with some people because they're not supportive, or, you know, maybe they are even negative, and you really need to set those boundaries with them because you teach people how to treat you. And if you don't put up boundaries, if you're being too polite, because we're really taught that in this society. I mean, there's like a divide. Some people are so obnoxious, they've never even learned how to be polite. And other people were raised properly how to be polite. And so if you were, it's you knowing how to really see when you need to put that appropriate boundary in. And that's something that's coming up. That way you're still able to stay on track and have a healthy relationship with the people around you. Because if there's no boundary, especially some people, you give them an inch, they take a mile. If you don't set that boundary, that mile becomes 100 miles, and then you're overrun. So it's a matter of really knowing when to put that boundary up and being honest with it, and then sticking to it. That's something that's coming in for you. Then we have your near future, the Ten of Wands. This is really looking at your energy. Is there someone that is taxing your energy? Because this is talking about having a lot of burdens and laying them down. This is you carrying a lot of things around on your shoulders. This could be emotional baggage. This could be people, places, things, ideas, and old versions of you. And this is you just allowing it to come to an end in some cases because it's overtaxing your energy system. So this is also you doing the evaluation as an adult, right? You're looking at, God, I'm so tired all the time. What is going on? Because maybe you took on too much and now it's catching up to you. So what can you delegate to other people? Ask for help in some circumstances, in some capacity you might need that. And it could be that, you know what, you don't need to do some things anymore. You're doing them out of habit. Do a triage. That's what I do. Do a triage where you say, okay, let's use 10 since that's this card. I've got 10 things. I'm only going to focus on 5. I'm going to put a couple on the back burner. This part I'm going to delegate to, or you know what? I don't even need to do that anymore. It's not working. It's taking too much energy and I'm not seeing the end result that I want, and I release it, right? So it's doing that type of evaluation with your energy. Okay, let's go ahead and get clarifiers. Okay, here we go. I saw that card when I was shuffling. Great. 10 of Cups, the Moon. I saw that 10 of Cups when I was shuffling because everybody wants the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. And I'm like, okay, let's see. And there it was. Okay, here we go. Hanged Man, the 5 of Swords. We have the 8 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Wands. Okay. So when we're looking at your recent past, we have this beautiful Ace of Pentacles being clarified by The Ten of Cups and the Moon card. Ten of Cups. Everybody wants the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You just got the Ten of Cups. This is happy, joyful family. This is you following your joy. What makes you feel complete and whole? Because that's when you have arrived. This is happy, joyful family because that makes them complete and whole. What's your version of that? Then we have the Moon card. This is beautiful. This is you navigating your life right now through some times of uncertainty and maybe even times when you're not even clear what it is that you're doing, but you're definitely navigating your path. You are walking your path. I think that you know what it is at times, though it might be clouded, which is natural. But to me, this is just saying that, you know, you're just pushing through it and you're navigating your way along. And I just want to say, we just went through eclipse season. So we had that on the 7th and on the 21st. So while those eclipses are over, I just want to say you'll still feel the energy of eclipse season for the next 6 to 12 months. So this is kind of a reflection on that. You will feel it on an intuitive level, I think. And yeah, your energy is just beautiful that's coming through. And that's cup and water energy. I just feel that, you know, you have a golden opportunity by that Ace of Pentacles. And that Ten of Cups is just telling me that it's to do something that you truly love, something that is really motivating, because that could even be you meeting someone and falling in love. That could be you opening your own business and falling in love, doing a hobby that you love, right? It's doing something that you love with that Ten of Cups there. All right. Then we have in your present energy, we have this Seven of Wands, standing your ground, being clarified by the Hanged Man who's not standing, and we have the Five of Swords. So this is you taking a pause, taking a time out, getting a different perspective. So this could be you, maybe you're overrun by people that are not supportive, or you're meeting resistance in a lot of different areas of your life. This could be you just taking a pause right now and making sure that you are on track and that you basically have dotted your I's and crossed your T's on something, and that you are still seeing it clearly, because this is you taking that time out, stepping back and going in for a time of deepening. It's not doing nothing. You're never going to hear me say that. It's going in for that time of deepening. I'm a Virgo. We don't do nothing. So it's getting that knowledge and wisdom and then utilizing it, right? This Five of Swords is talking about some negative things that might be said. Swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. So again, this could be you having an argument with some difficult people right now. This is the main card, you standing your ground. Well, it's being clarified by some difficult energy. It's an obstacle. This could be an argument that took place, hurtful words that were exchanged that you can't take back and that stick. So this could be a negative contract, because we're talking about thoughts, words, and ideas, written word. This could be something that you weren't expecting. This could be their words right here, and you might be getting it again from different areas, and you're taking that pause to really look at what's going on around you. And I have to say, when that's coming up the way it is, I just feel like you're defending yourself. So honestly, as adults, we shouldn't have to defend ourselves. If you're surrounded with people that you have to defend yourself with or explain yourself as an adult, I don't know. I mean, I would rethink that relationship with those particular people, because you shouldn't have to explain yourself if you're acting like an adult. And that is something where that could be a power play that's going on between other individuals, whether it's going to be people that maybe are jealous or that don't understand what you're doing. I don't know. I would look at that dynamic. It's very interesting. Again, it's a general reading, but that's a dynamic that you might want to explore. And then just see if those relationships are serving you or if they're a hindrance, because this is kind of showing to me that those people that they're almost like they're blocking you from being you. So I would really look at that if that's your situation, because that is not a supportive environment to be in. And that could be part of this pause energy, to get a different perspective and really see what's going on around you. Because I have to say, as we grow and change our vibration, right, as we elevate ourselves, if the people around you are also not elevating themselves, then you're no longer in the same frequency. Maybe you loved them a couple years ago and now they are not at the same frequency. Doesn't mean you have to get rid of them completely, but people come and go in and out of our lives for several reasons, and that could just be something where now this person's going to be a little more distant because they're not in the same frequency. That's life, and that could be part of what's going on here. Because then we get into your near future, and it's the Ten of Wands. That's that card of burnout, laying down some burdens that you're carrying around. And look at this. It's being clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Three of Wands. You are really pursuing something. There's a lot of movement here where I feel like you're on your own. This is you pursuing the Ninth Cup. You're walking away to pursue your passion. That's the red cloak and the red boots. You're defending yourself here. So I just feel like you kind of are on your own on something right now. And I think it's for you striving for what truly makes you happy in this life. And what's making you happy right now, I mean, this is you really laying it down because you're kind of walking away to pursue what makes you emotionally happy. And the moon is here again. Look at this. It's here again. So there's something about you, finding your way and being on your path for happiness. You want that happy, joyful family. And you also want that Ten of Pentacles because everybody does. That's you keeping your eye on the prize. You're manifesting something in. So it's about you looking at your energy, laying down some burdens, pursuing your passion. I was going to say something else, but I was going to say pursuing your passion and then manifesting what it is that you want. You're calling your ships in that are at a distance. That to me is you putting it out to the universe, what it is that you want, which means you already know what you want. That Three of Wands says you now know what it is that you want, and now you're doing the work to get it. That is your current energy, Taurus. Wow. Dynamic today. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the guidance and advice from Spirit. I have 3 cards, and I'll get clarifiers. We have the beautiful Chariot, Cancerian energy, 8 of Wands. Then we have the 7 of Swords, victory and success. It's called the fairy wind in this deck. This is about being carried away in this deck. It's being carried away to greatness, that only the few get this type of treatment. This is the Chariot. This is traditionally Julius Caesar riding into Rome, trusting your intuition that is your guide, that inner knowing, that inner voice. This is your true authentic self that is inside you, and you listen to it. It's a very intense energy. You know when to turn left, when to turn right, when to slow down, and when to go very fast. This is you trusting that intuition. That leads to victory and success. And that is the guidance and advice from Spirit. Listen to that inner voice. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. If something feels aligned for you, then it probably is, right? Pay attention to that. Trust yourself. Learn to trust your intuition. 8 of Wands. This is gifts, blessings, and omens coming in. Owls carry important messages. That's telling me that something important is coming your way, and that is Wands. So it's a swift moving energy, and it's coming in all at once. So look for that. That could be a phone call, text message. That could be an interaction with someone. That could be something you see on YouTube, that is suddenly a message. Maybe it's a song on the radio. Do they still have radios? Song on the radio that you suddenly hear, and it's like it's resonating. It was meant for you that day, right? You maybe hear it all the time, but for some reason today it really stands out. It's meant for you. Then we have the 7 of Swords. So this is interesting. We have that 7 of Wands where you're standing your ground. 7 of Swords is, again, thoughts, words, and ideas. A lot of that is here for you. And this is telling me this is a difficult energy. This is something going on behind your back. It's represented by the sneaky fox. That is gossip. Thoughts, words, ideas. Gossip goes on behind your back, but this card can also be a little more intense than that and speak of literally outright theft. Someone stealing into your home, your vehicle, into your bank account, stealing a loved one. When if you went on vacation, let's say you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, you go away, then you come back and your friend has slept with that person, right? It's that kind of ugly energy. This is something going on behind your back. All right, so let's go ahead and get some cards. Again, this is a general reading. I'm not saying that that's going on for everybody, but it's there, okay? There's an undercurrent. All right, here we go. 10 of Wands, which is now here twice. It is your energy in your near future, and it's in the guidance and advice from Spirit, and I'll show you in just a second, along with the Knight of Wands, 9 of Swords, the Page of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the Hierophant. So you are now here in your own reading twice in a position of strength and power because you've shown up in your own reading. Amazing. Guidance and advice from Spirit. This is your challenge position that we have not gotten to yet. Wow. Okay, so this is really meant for you. I mean, this whole reading is, but the fact that you're here twice. Okay, so we have in the guidance and advice from Spirit, we have the Chariot. It is being clarified by the 10 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So I'm going to show you the cards. Same card, different deck. Lay down those burdens. Spirit is pointing it out, saying, if you did not hear me the first time, I want to make sure you hear me now. If you want victory and success, you need to look at what you're doing with your energy right now. If you're exhausted, you need that rest. If you're carrying on too many weights and burdens, you need to lay some down. Take a break, right? Do that type of triage. What really needs attention now and what can wait? Start looking at your energy. This Knight of Wands is the builder. You want to build something with your life. This is you with your will, your determination. This is you having that energy to take action to make something happen. If you're burned out, how far do you think you're going to get? You really need to look at that because victory and success is right here, but it's about your energy. Then we have this 8 of Wands. These important messages coming in, being clarified by sword energy now. It's interesting. That was all wand. Now this is all sword for clarifiers. 9 of Swords and the Page of Swords. This is known as that never-ending nightmare because all of these thoughts, words, and ideas start to stack on top of each other, creating guilt, anxiety, over-processing thoughts, maybe worrying for no reason, because this is a fear-based card. So this tells me that it's creating a lot of anxiety, and you could have some free-floating anxiety, which means something comes up and then something else piggybacks on top of that, and it triggers it, and it just starts piling up on top of you. Hence, like a ladder, it just starts stacking up. So look at where your thoughts are going. Important messages are coming in. If they come in the form of words, don't be afraid. Look. And of course, this goes without saying, but I want to say it. Use your discernment. You need to know what is appropriate for you and what is not. Because sometimes people think, oh, I've got gifts and blessings and omens coming in. Everything that shows up is going to be great. That is not life. You need to use your discernment no matter what and see what is appropriate for you and what is real. We have the Page of Swords. This is perfect. This is perfect. I wasn't even paying attention. So he is curious and he is looking for clues and answers. He's the detective in the tarot. So this is you looking for that truth, using your discernment. That's perfect. So that's the universe telling you, use your discernment right there. I love it. Then we have the 7 of Swords. Again, a lot of sword energy for you, but this is something that's going on behind your back. So it might not be the most pleasant experience, but the fact that Spirit is pointing it out says that there might be something that you need to be aware of. It might be somebody trying to sabotage you, or again, if it is outright theft, it's looking at that, and that's being clarified by the 7 of Cups, all these sevens, and then the Hierophant. This is about you having choices. So for me, something's going on behind your back. You don't have clarity to see it. That's what the clouds are. You just don't have that clear thinking, that clear vision of it right now. And this is really feeling into it too. Remember, you need to trust your intuition. This is you having a lot of choices. So there could be a lot of things going on behind your back, but you just don't have your clarity on it yet. Hence why it's behind your back, because you can't see it. when it is, and it's sneaky energy. So if it was front and center in your face, you could obviously see it, but this is something going on behind your back, which means it might be a surprise when it surfaces. It might be a surprise that who's actually doing it. A lot of times that could be someone you think is your friend and they're stabbing you in the back. A frenemy, right? We don't know because it's going on behind your back, but that tells me you really can't see it coming, which means it's going to be a big surprise. This is your faith, loyalty, and commitment to yourself right now. This is your faith, loyalty, and commitment to what it is that you're doing, keeping your eye on the prize. You can't control somebody else's behavior, but you can control how close you let them get to you. So let's say it was a friend that's doing something behind your back. It's up to you to decide, do I want that person close to me or not? You know, that if that's how they're going to behave, is that really a friend? And is it going to be something that continues every time that there's an interaction or a drama? And, you know, you look at the big picture, right? But this is your faith, loyalty, and commitment to yourself. And this is a blessing in disguise when this shows itself. And I think that that's because you really don't see it coming. It's a blessing in disguise because when somebody toxic reveals themselves to you, you know what to do. You know, it's you know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if they're toxic, do you really want that type of individual close to you? Your choices matter in this life, especially now in this life. If you're choosing someone that's toxic and potentially even dangerous close to you and next to you, if they're a sinking ship, you're going to go down with them. If they're doing dark, negative things, you're going to go down with them. It's guilt by association, you know, because maybe they're, anyways, you guys know that, you're adults, but that's what that energy is saying. So this is a blessing in disguise when you see it. Again, it might not feel good when that shows itself, but be grateful you saw it, and you might see it before even a lot of damage takes place. Maybe you see it in the very beginning, and that is a blessing. Before, like, maybe it's gone on for years, you're able to like nip it in the bud kind of energy. All right, that is the guidance and advice from Spirit. Now we're going to look at your opportunity and then your challenge. Your opportunity is the Four of Swords. This is an opportunity for rest and recovery. Right? This is you taking that time for yourself, that respite that you desperately need to recharge your batteries, because your energy is definitely pivotal. Now, this is swords, it's not wands, but this is talking about the ability to recharge, and it's a mental recharge. But when you do that, you're also recharging your energy, right? That's going to be that mind, body, soul connection going up to source, that flow. It's going to be the action that you take, you know, your will, your determination, and your thoughts. It's all of that mind, body, soul. This is an opportunity for you to rest, relax, and recover. Recharge your batteries. That's your literal opportunity in this reading. Your challenge is you. You're here twice, seeing that blessing coming in, and now you're here in your challenge position. So, is the challenge impossible? No. The challenge just means you have to work a little harder at it to achieve it, and when you do, it's incredibly rewarding. You are here twice. The universe is saying, if you didn't hear me the first time, I'm going to make sure you hear me again. Your faith, loyalty, and commitment to yourself is your saving grace right now. This is in your challenge position, which tells me you need to get out of your own way. And we'll find out why. Why is it hard for you to tap into your own natural abilities and energy? So let's get some clarifiers. All right. So for your opportunity, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Lover's card. For your challenge, we have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Oh my God, I just said you have to be in the flow. That's what this whole card is. That's the flow. If you guys have been following me, you know that's what I say all the time. Wow. Oh my God, Spirit, you're great today. Every day, but today you're on fire because I've seen all the cards come in before I flip them. Here we go. We have the Four of Swords, This is, again, your opportunity for that type of healing and to rest, relax, recover, recharge. Take that time for yourself. Have that staycation. Don't pick up the phone kind of energy. And that's being clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Lover's card. This is you feeling like you're left out in the cold. Well, look, this is the cold. That's the whole point. It's winter, and this tree is rest, relaxing, and recharging itself in that cold, dark, scary forest. Well, now here you are. You feel left out in the cold. It is really important for you, Taurus, to take that time to rest, relax, and recharge your batteries, because this is telling me that you have an opportunity to really be brought in from the cold. I think that this is you feeling a little ostracized, maybe a little injured and hurt. Maybe this is you feeling like a fifth wheel in certain endeavors that you're doing, because we had that Seven of Wands, excuse me. They're both here, Seven of Swords and Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands in your present energy where you're standing your ground. That's, again, not a comfortable position to be in. I feel like it's kind of like an uphill battle for you. And that's kind of showing itself here. This is the card of lack. And so you really need to recover. I feel like you don't have that going on around you, the ability to tap into your strengths right now. And that's your way out of this feeling of lack. If you're in survival mode, focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses, and keep going in that direction. And then you leave this behind you, that energy. You don't want to be in that position of lack. That's something coming in. With the Lover's card, this is you making choices from the heart. Yeah, choose from the heart. Who do you want to be with? What is it that you want to do? This is you trusting your intuition. This is you being divinely blessed by God, choosing things that are really in alignment for you. Destiny type alignment. So this is, let's say it's a person. It doesn't have to be. It's really choosing from the heart. But let's say it's a person. It's you choosing someone that is divinely aligned with you. It's that kindred spirit, that soulmate feeling, right? So that's a relationship. Maybe it's a career. You're choosing something that you truly love, that is near and dear to your heart, that you get up every day and you absolutely love what you do. It's that kind of energy. You're choosing from your heart. So you have an opportunity to rest, relax, recover, get away from this feeling of lack, and choose something that is ultimately fulfilling. This is a huge card. So that is another way of leading with the heart. If you're doing something that's not meant for you, it is going to feel like an uphill battle. It's going to feel like drudgery. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to call off work. You don't want to go in. Job, you hate it. It sucks. Not enough money. Whatever it is, you got to do something that you love. Even if the money's not there, if you're really good at something, the money follows. You see that all the time when you're looking at types of training and people that don't have a vision. I'm an entrepreneur. I see further ahead. Plus, I'm a psychic, so it's awesome, the two together. But here's what happens. Some people can't see far ahead, but they've got a great skill set. They're just not good at business. If you do what you love and you're really good at it, people will see that and they will flock to you. And then hopefully you can find someone that can help you expand your business. So that's an opportunity for you. Your challenge is the Hierophant. Your challenge is yourself. You have to get out of your own way. If you're feeling stubborn, stuck, or a little slow right now, this is you tapping into your faith, loyalty, and commitment in yourself and moving through this energy, because you've got some difficult energy coming up. Nothing you can't handle, but it is a little bit of a hiccup, I should say. That 10 of Wands is here twice, so you really do need to pay attention to your energy and who you're surrounding yourself with. So again, you in their challenge position are being clarified by the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Wow. Remember, the first card I pulled in this reading is the Ace of Pentacles. First card out. Now we have your second ace, the Ace of Cups. So again, Queen of Swords, the Queen of Evaluation. She is literally looking towards your future. Her head is above the clouds. She is able to see clearly. So your challenge position, for you to see yourself, to get out of your own way, you need clarity. Remember, You do not have clarity right now. That's why you're over processing thoughts. He's looking for clarity. You don't have it. So that tells me, again, you're going within for answers again for that type of clarity, you know, and you're willing to, you want to pursue something else, which tells me that even if you don't have clarity, you're feeling it, that you don't like what's going on, but you don't have the clarity to know where to go. For you to get out of your own way, to tap into your energy, you need your clarity coming in. And that is what she is all about. This is you having that good, honest, hardcore look at yourself, being brutally honest with yourself, not sugarcoating things, and just looking at what's going on around you right now. And that's a beautiful thing, because we all want the truth at the end of the day, and that can be very transformational for a lot of you with that butterfly right there. This to me is really you having that clarity. Your head is above the clouds. You have your sword of truth. If there's something that is untruthful or a negative attachment that you no longer need, you take that sword and you just cut that cord. You cut that attachment, free yourself from that, and move forward in your life. She's always looking to the future. I love her. She is just a wonderful, wonderful queen. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. She will take the sword and cut it away. That king is slower to do it. The queen will do it. Then we have the Ace of Cups. This is a literal gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning, like all aces are. This is you being in the flow. It's water energy. This is that mind, body, soul connection going up to source. Going up to source, right? It's that huge energy. This is the glass half full. This is you digging into the positivity, what drive it is that you want to do in your life. We have the Lovers here, choices from the heart. Now in your challenge position, tap into something new that you want to do. Look at the direction that is lining up for you. It's beautiful. Choose from the heart. Cups, we're looking at love, your emotions, your intuition, your connection to source. Remember, we also have the Chariot here. Tap into your intuition. Let it guide you. That's part of this energy. So trust your intuition, maybe expand your intuition, your connection to source. If you've strayed from source because people go in different directions, maybe you get frustrated, whatever it is, this is maybe even a reconnection to source. Deepen that connection, have your own personal relationship with God, source, spirit, use whatever word you want, and watch that channel and that flow open up. When you start to feel empty, take that cup and dip it down here in this water and refill yourself. It's there. You're in the flow. And when you're in that flow, you're a magnet for abundance and prosperity. You're doing it from your heart. You're not putting yourself in the flow so you can get money. You're not putting yourself in the flow so you can get a new car. You know, abundance and prosperity is really yourself, your spirit, and really, for me, it's yourself and your spirit. When I talk about abundance and prosperity, it's that. But the secondary part is the 3D world. So it's then, yes, I have a car that's reliable and nice and it works for me. I have a beautiful home and I'm in a nice neighborhood. I feel very safe. I've worked hard to get here. You know, it's that kind of energy. But at the end of the day, it's you. It's that inner you, that inner sacred self that's being in this flow, that mind, body, soul connection that's abundant and prosperous, that's a magnet. That's how I personally see it, is that you just open up spiritually. Okay, that is your opportunity and that is your challenge. It's there for everybody, but not everybody grabs it, yet it is available. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you for today. If you could, please do me a favor and like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave a comment if this resonates with you. And let me know where you're watching from. You guys know I'm getting ready to travel. I'm going to be going to Canada in a couple of weeks. And then after that, Scotland, Ireland, and Scandinavia, because I'm Danish. So I'm definitely going there, part Danish. Scottish mostly. So we're crazy, right? They're wonderful. So I can't wait to go. So there's that aspect of it. And then I'm going to be traveling throughout the United States next. So it won't be in the summer because I hate the heat unless it's cold wherever you're at. But that's definitely coming up. And Ohio, I just want to say, oh my God, am I going to Ohio? Absolutely. I cannot believe, I never would have known if you guys hadn't said that in the videos, how big these videos are in Ohio. That is awesome. I'm on my way. You're on the list. You're probably the first place I'm going to be going in the United States just because of that. So thank you. I won't be going when it's snowing because I want to be able to enjoy the outdoors, but come the spring, absolutely. I cannot wait. I'm really excited to go. So that's something that's coming. So let me know where in Ohio you guys are. Maybe put a city down. Also, just a reminder, I do have the Daily Tarot on my channel now, that short and sweet segment. Definitely check that out. Hit the notification bell so you see them when they come out. I also have a membership on the channel. If that's something you're interested in joining, definitely go and read more about it and check it out. If you are a member, please vote in the members poll. I'm going to be making the video today right after this, so definitely go ahead and vote. And you also get a complimentary question answered, and that is actually not in the description. I need to add that. So you guys know I go live twice a week, Tuesday and Friday. So this is just an added benefit for being a member. And it's by donation, so it's people pay $20 a question through PayPal, Venmo, and Stripe. And it's $30 for a super chat because YouTube takes 40%. But if you're a member, let me grab my bowl, your name goes in a bowl when we do a member shout out. And so like here's Aaron. So these are the members. So they show up each time. So I just keep them in there and I'll go like this and I'll mix it up. And then I just choose one. And then this is Radhika. So in fact, she won last week. So Radhika would get to ask a question. Even if you paid for a question, and I pull your name, then you get a second question. So come prepared. Anyways, it's a lot of fun, and that's a benefit of being a member. I go live twice a week. You figure in a month, maybe you get 9 opportunities to win a free question. And a lot of people get it a couple of times. So because, there's a lot of members, and, not every member shows up, by the way. So, we're all in different time zones. Radhika, I think she told me it was like 4:30 in the morning. Here it was like 8 at night, 9 at night. And so, everybody's in different time zones. So, not everybody can show up. Anyhow, that's a benefit. What else to tell you? Again, I go live twice a week. Hit the notification bell on the live so you see that, and chime in the chat if you're a member, and that's how your name gets in the bowl. Also, I'm running a contest. I have a backup channel called ancientoakpsychicarts.com. I'm asking people to go and subscribe. I'm not even posting there, but it's my backup channel. What I'm going to do November 1st is I'm going to run an app through that, and it's going to randomly select someone, and you will get a free reading. That's a free 1-hour reading. I charge a lot, so that's a great deal just for hitting the subscribe button. So go ahead and check that out. What else to tell you? You can visit my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. There you can sign up for the free newsletter at the bottom of every single page. You can book a missing person consultation, and you can also sign up for the Manifestation Masterclass. I have to say, so that starts October 1st, this next one, and then the other one will be in November. So look for that. What else to tell you about this? I have to read my notes. The birthday special, that's going on now until October 14th. That is a 15% off, so you save $38 on the 1-hour services. If you missed it, my birthday was September 8th, so I ran it until the 30th. I've extended it because so many people reached out to me, and when I was reading for them, they said they wanted a second service, either a second reading or they wanted to try out one of the other services. There is no limit. If you want a reading and you want just a tarot reading and then messages from your loved ones where I use my mediumship, book it. It's for you. I know I love my clients. They're very polite and they're very well-mannered. They're wonderful people. I have great people that I attract, and they don't want to be greedy, right? And so that's why I put it out there. There is no limit, because if you want to do a couple things, please do it. This is for you. I mean, that's what I do. I'm a healer and I love what I do. So let me work for you. So definitely book the session. What else to tell you? What else? Oh, the Learning Center. So the 5-week Manifestation Masterclass is up. Online Tarot Masterclass, that is coming. So I teach tarot in October, so that's here now. I'm going to start late this year. Normally I teach at the beginning of the month, but because I'm traveling, I'm going to teach it a little bit later in the month. So look for that. And then I have also the private one-on-one lessons, which are part of the birthday special. Tarot, manifestation, raising your vibration. And then, of course, Allison's picks. Those are my affiliate links. So everything's on the website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. All right, everybody. That was a little bit long, but I just kind of had to get these announcements out. All right, everybody. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.